This is Michelle Yeoh's luxury lifestyle, and it is not what you think it is. Michelle is an Oscar winner who also happens to be an action legend and a style icon. This is an unveiling of her quiet luxury and global estate portfolio. This will be a revelation. From the pages of Esquire, Hollywood Reporter, and People magazine comes this account of her cinematic legacy, Geneva home, and crafted identity. Watch until the end to find out what international blockbusters she is recently associated with. Her journey to stardom began in 1983 when she won the Miss Malaysia World pageant and went on to represent her country at Miss World in London. That same year, she also competed in the Miss International pageant in Japan. While she didn't pursue a long career in beauty contests, these experiences opened the doors that would shape her future. In 1984, she starred in a television commercial alongside Jackie Chan, catching the attention of Hong Kong's D&B Films. Initially trained as a ballet dancer in London, she transitioned her physical discipline into acting and action choreography. By 1985, she made her film debut in The Owl vs. Bombo before stepping into the spotlight with her first starring role in Yes, Madam. This groundbreaking film, where she performed her own stunts alongside Cynthia Rothrock, marked her as one of the few women leading Hong Kong's male-dominated action cinema. Throughout the late 80s, she became a household name in Hong Kong, celebrated for her fearlessness and grace on screen. She headlined films like Royal Warriors in 1986 and Magnificent Warriors in 1987, both of which showcased her agility, martial arts prowess, and charisma. At a time when female action stars were rare, she proved she could command the screen with the same intensity as her male counterparts. She stepped away from acting, putting her rising career on hold to focus on family life in 1988. From 1988 to 1991, she stayed largely out of the spotlight. However, her absence only deepened her legend in Hong Kong cinema, with fans eagerly awaiting her return. This first chapter of her career cemented her as a pioneering force in action cinema, a foundation for the global stardom that awaited her in the 90s. She made a spectacular comeback in 1992. She returned to Hong Kong cinema with a new determination to reclaim her place as one of the industry's leading action stars. Her comeback role in Police Story 3, Super Cop in 1992, alongside Jackie Chan, was a career-defining moment. Performing her own jaw-dropping stunts, including riding a motorcycle onto a moving train, she stunned audiences worldwide. The film's international success catapulted her back into the spotlight and firmly established her as a force in the action genre. Throughout the mid-90s, she built on this momentum with a string of successful films. She starred in the heroic trio in Tai Chi Master opposite Jet Li, both in 1993, and Wing Chun in 1994, showcasing her versatility, martial arts skill, and commanding screen presence. Her blend of elegance and toughness made her unique among action stars, male or female. By 1997, she had crossed into Hollywood with a groundbreaking role in the James Bond film Tomorrow Never Dies. Playing Wai Lin, a Chinese secret agent, she was no mere sidekick. She matched Pierce Brosnan's Bond move for move, impressing global audiences with her charisma and combat skills. Critics hailed her as one of the most memorable Bond women of all time, and the role introduced her to mainstream Western audiences. Her international breakthrough came in 2000 with Ang Lee's Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon. In the role of Yu Shulin, Michelle delivered a powerful performance, blending emotional depth with breathtaking martial arts sequences. The film became a global sensation, winning 4 Academy Awards and cementing her status as an international star. By 2001, Michelle Yeoh transformed from a Hong Kong action queen into a global icon, a true pioneer bridging Eastern cinema with Hollywood. Stick around, we're just getting started. There's more to her that meets the eye. After the global success of Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, she spent the 2000s expanding her range as both an action star and a dramatic actress. In 2002, she starred in The Touch, an action-adventure film she also produced, proving her ambition to take creative control behind the camera. She followed with Silverhawk in 2004, another passion project where she played a masked superheroine, cementing her reputation as a trailblazer for strong female leads. Hollywood soon came calling again. In 2005, she played the elegant Mameha in Memoirs of a Geisha, showcasing her versatility in a sweeping historical drama. Then in 2007, she appeared in Danny Boyle's sci-fi thriller Sunshine, earning praise for her portrayal of a botanist aboard a doomed spaceship. She also embraced politically charged roles. In 2011, she took on the challenge of portraying Aung San Suu Kyi in Luc Besson's The Lady. To prepare, she not only studied Burmese history, but also learned the Burmese language, delivering a performance that was both powerful and deeply respectful. The film highlighted her ability to balance action with thoughtful, emotional storytelling. During these years, she never abandoned her action roots. Films like Far North in 2007 and Reign of Assassins in 2010 reminded audiences of her physical presence and martial arts mastery. By the early 2010s, her career had become increasingly international. She appeared in Kung Fu Panda 2 in 2011 as the voice of the soothsayer, and in 2015, she returned to global screens with the sci-fi blockbuster Marco Polo, a Netflix original series where she portrayed the mysterious warrior nun, Lotus. Between 2002 and 2015, Michelle Yeoh solidified her legacy as not just an action legend, but a versatile, globe-spanning actress capable of balancing blockbusters, biopics, and television with the same grace and intensity. From 2016 onward, she entered a new golden era in her career, blending Hollywood blockbusters, acclaimed television, and eventually Oscar glory. In 2016, she was cast in the TV series Marco Polo as the enigmatic warrior nun Lotus, showcasing her timeless action skills. A year later, she gained global recognition with her role as Captain Philippa Georgiou in Star Trek Discovery. The series introduced her to a new generation of fans, and her commanding performance quickly made her a fan favorite in the Star Trek universe. Then came 2018, when she starred as Eleanor Young in Crazy Rich Asians. The film was a cultural milestone, becoming the first major Hollywood production in 25 years with an all-Asian cast. Her portrayal of the formidable matriarch earned widespread praise and solidified her as a global screen icon. She continued to balance East and West, appearing in Master Z IP Man Legacy in 2018, Last Christmas in 2019, and lending her voice to Minions: The Rise of Gru in 2022. But her biggest triumph came in 2022 with Everything Everywhere All at Once. Playing Evelyn Wang, a struggling laundromat owner caught in a multiverse adventure, she delivered a career-defining performance that blended action, comedy, and deep emotional resonance. The role earned her the Academy Award for Best Actress in 2023, making her the first Asian woman in history to win the category. The victory marked not only a personal milestone, but also a historic moment for representation in Hollywood. Since then, Michelle has continued to expand her repertoire, including starring in Agatha Christie's A Haunting in Venice in 2023. Michelle has redefined what it means to be a global star, proving that her talent, versatility, and resilience are truly timeless. Don't go anywhere. We've got something great coming up about her most recent endeavors in the field of blockbuster franchises. Her influence extends far beyond the silver screen. She's also one of the most sought-after stars in the world of luxury brand collaborations. Let's start with La Mer. She recently joined the likes of Ana de Armas and Patrick Tai as an ambassador for the iconic skincare house. La Mer praised her timeless radiance and beauty, while highlighting her inspiring personal journey. Fans got a closer look through Social First Films, where she showcased the brand's new moisturizing soft cream, all while moving gracefully between ballet and martial arts, a perfect reflection of her elegance and strength. Then comes her long-running partnership with Richard Mille. Since 2011, the Swiss watchmaker has worked with her to create extraordinary limited edition timepieces. Their first collaboration, the RM051 Phoenix Tourbillon, featured a diamond-studded phoenix inspired by her Asian heritage. Only 18 pieces were made, matching her lucky number. They followed this with the RM51 01 Tiger and Dragon, hand-carved and hand-painted in red gold, symbolizing power and balance in Asian culture. She has also worn stunning pieces like the RM51 02 Tourbillon Diamond Twister, valued at around $1 million. At the 2023 Oscars, she dazzled in a custom white sapphire Richard Mille RM07 02, proving her loyalty to the brand at every red carpet. Michelle's star power also caught the eye of Hong Kong's tourism board. Reports suggest the city is considering her as a potential ambassador to help revive tourism, especially since she credited Hong Kong for launching her career during her Oscar acceptance speech. Back in 2011, Guerlain tapped into her influence in Asia, naming her the face of their Orchidee Imperial skincare line, which saw soaring sales thanks to her global appeal. And most recently, Balenciaga officially named her as their new brand ambassador for spring 2024. The legendary French fashion house announced the partnership with a striking portrait by renowned photographer Platon, cementing Michelle alongside other icons of style and influence. Joining icons including Isabel Huppert and Kim Kardashian, she describes the partnership as the beginning of a beautiful journey. Clips of her dazzling through the rain at the Balenciaga Cruise 2025 show in Shanghai recently went viral. Dressed in a stunning silver chainmail gown from the new collection, she radiated confidence, proving that not even a downpour could steal her spotlight. Her Shanghai appearance was the perfect follow-up to the dramatic metallic gown she wore at the Met Gala. At the cruise show, she turned the rain into part of the performance, effortlessly striking poses with an umbrella held by a staffer, transforming it into the most glamorous prop of the night. She described the shimmering chainmail as couture armor that left her feeling ready for action. And if a single raindrop had dared to touch her flawless blow-dry, it's safe to say the martial arts legend would have been more than ready to defend her runway moment. Also in 2024, Helena Rubinstein, the legendary beauty brand, has named her as its newest brand ambassador. The company says she perfectly embodies their core values of determination, self-belief, audacity, and resilience, qualities that also define their trailblazing founder, Helena Rubinstein. From beauty and fashion to luxury watches and cultural ambassadorship, Michelle continues to redefine what it means to be an international icon, on screen and beyond. You'll want to see what happens at the end, trust me. That's when you'll discover the international blockbusters she has recently been engaged in. It took decades for her to rise as one of Hollywood's most prominent Asian stars, earning global recognition and even an Oscar in 2023. But success didn't only come in her career, she also found it in love. Her unconventional love story is just as fascinating as her career. After all, she waited 19 years before finally walking down the aisle with the love of her life. Back in 1988, she married Hong Kong businessman Dixon Poon, the tycoon behind Harvey Nichols and Charles Jourdan. Their marriage ended in 1992, with Michelle later revealing that her inability to have children was a key reason for their split. Still, it was Poon who gave her a push into the entertainment industry, first helping her land a TV commercial in 1984. Later, she was briefly engaged to American cardiologist Alan Hellman between 1998 and 2000. But in 2004, her life changed when she met French motor racing executive Jean Todt at a tournament in Shanghai. The two quickly fell in love, and by 2005, they were engaged. She often speaks fondly of his stealthy sense of humor, and of course, his striking blue eyes. Ironically, while he has built his life around racing, she herself admits she's a terrible driver. "I'm hopeless," she once joked, even saying she locked her driver's license in a safe. But what she lacks behind the wheel, she more than makes up for in admiration and support for her partner's extraordinary career. For years, their marriage plans kept getting postponed. Between busy schedules and commitments, the couple never found the right moment. Todt has a son from a previous marriage, Nicolas, who followed in his father's footsteps in the racing world. She proudly refers to them as her Todt boys, often sharing heartwarming family photos. And finally, after nearly 2 decades, the couple made it official. On July 27, 2023, they sealed their love in an intimate wedding ceremony in Geneva, surrounded by family and friends. They wed again in a second ceremony in December 2023 in her hometown of Ipoh, Malaysia. She believes the secret to her lasting love with Jean comes down to one simple principle: every day should be a celebration. Now 63, she reflects on their bond, telling People magazine, "We've been together for 21 years and married for 2. Why wait for a special day?" She credits much of their happiness to Todt's unwavering support, especially for her demanding Hollywood career. "I love my work. This is my passion," she says. "He never complains that I spend too much time away, even when I do. He's always so understanding." And Todt shows his devotion in his own unique way, through numbers. Instead of counting anniversaries by years, he keeps track of every single day. She laughs. "He'll tell me we've been together over 7,000 days. And if I ask, he'll even break it down into hours and minutes. One time, she jokingly asked him, "What's the gift for 6,725 days?" A true love story measured not in milestones, but in the moments that make every day worth celebrating. Michelle and Todd's love story was years in the making, proving that sometimes the wait makes the journey all the more beautiful. Don't miss the finale where we talk about the recent blockbusters she is involved in. It's going to blow your mind. She has chosen to make her home far away from the hills of Los Angeles. She enjoys a life of quiet luxury in the mountainous city of Geneva, Switzerland. Her principal residence is a chic apartment inside an 18th century Geneva mansion, described as one of the city's most exquisite properties and among the world's best homes. In a sunlit living room with a minimalist sofa, the decor is elegant, light, and clean line. Their home was designed like a Parisian hotel particulier, complete with a square courtyard, back garden, and historic charm. They brought in renowned French architect Jean-Michel Yeoh, the visionary behind Paris's Station F tech hub. But because of the building's heritage status, little could be changed. For her, though, one detail mattered most: candles. "The first thing I did was go into town and get my candles," she recalls with a smile. The heart of their home is not only in the design, but in the life she and Jean share inside it. She describes how Geneva serves as her sanctuary. Here, she says, she feels dormant, a place where she can read scripts, exercise, and catch up on films and series without the chaos of her globe-trotting career. Her neighborhood offers quiet walks and boutique shops, and unlike in years past, she no longer faces the sting of retail prejudice. Since her career success, she's often approached warmly by fans, sometimes even asked for hugs. "Asians aren't usually great huggers," she laughs, "but how can you say no?" The couple's walls are decorated not with lavish art, but with personal photographs, memories of friends and milestones. Among them is a poignant snapshot with Michael Schumacher and his wife, taken at Oktoberfest before his tragic skiing accident. She and Jean still visit him, holding on to that friendship through the years. Another portrait captures her as Aung San Suu Kyi, a role she took on after learning Burmese, a project made possible through their close ties with director Luc Besson. The Geneva apartment is just one of 3 incredible properties Michelle shares with Jean. They also maintain a home in Paris. They also keep a residence in Ipoh, Malaysia, where Michelle was born. The ending? It's where it really gets good. It's time to discover what latest blockbusters she has recently attached her name to. She continues her global dominance in 2025 and beyond, with major roles in blockbuster franchises. She stepped into the magical world of Wicked in a role that perfectly blended her regal presence with her commanding talent. Cast as Madame Morrible, the powerful head mistress of Shiz University, she brought gravitas and sophistication to the iconic character. Her casting was a groundbreaking moment. Not only was she part of one of the most anticipated musical adaptations of all time, but it also marked her first ever singing role on screen. Directed by John M. Chu, the 2-part Wicked film saga reimagined Gregory Maguire's novel and the Broadway phenomenon, telling the untold story of the Witches of Oz. Alongside Cynthia Erivo as Elphaba and Ariana Grande as Glinda, Michelle Yeoh's Madame Morrible played a key role in shaping the destinies of the 2 witches. She is also expanding her legacy in the Star Trek universe with Section 31, a Paramount Plus film event built around her fan-favorite character, Emperor Philippa Georgiou. Originally introduced in Star Trek Discovery, Georgiou became a breakout figure thanks to her magnetic performance, blending ruthless power with unexpected complexity. In Section 31, she returns as the former Terran Empress, recruited into the mysterious Black Ops division of Starfleet. This shadowy organization operates outside the Federation's usual ideals, tasked with protecting its very existence at any cost. The role gives her the chance to fully command the screen in a story tailored around her, making her one of the few women in Star Trek history to headline her own project. Likewise, she is starring in Blade Runner 2099, the upcoming science fiction miniseries on Prime Video that follows the legendary films Blade Runner in 1982 and Blade Runner 2049 in 2017. She'll play Olwen, a replicant nearing the end of her life, putting her in a central role that explores aging, identity, and what it means to be human, even when you're not technically alive. The series is being helmed by showrunner Silka Luisa, with Ridley Scott returning as executive producer. Production, originally planned for Belfast but delayed by the 2023 strikes, has moved to Prague. Set about 50 years after Blade Runner 2049, the series promises to push deeper into the franchise's signature themes of memory, mortality, and artificial life, with her Olwen seemingly set to anchor much of the emotional heart of the story. Finally, she has officially joined James Cameron's Avatar saga, stepping into the role of Dr. Karina Mogu, a human scientist whose story will unfold across Avatar 4 and Avatar 5. While she didn't appear in the already released Avatar: The Way of Water, Cameron has teased that her character will become essential in shaping the future conflicts between humans and the Na'vi. Known for playing powerful, layered women, she brings both intellect and intensity to Pandora, ensuring her presence in the later sequels will carry real dramatic weight. With these films slated to expand the franchise's universe on an epic scale, her addition signals that the saga is saving some of its most intriguing storytelling for the years ahead. Michelle's net worth is estimated to be around $40 million as of mid-2025. Over her nearly 5-decade career, she has gained wealth through her iconic action films in Hong Kong, breakthrough Hollywood roles like Tomorrow Never Dies and Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, and recent global hits like Crazy Rich Asians and Everything Everywhere All at Once. She also earns from endorsements, brand partnerships, and high-profile franchise commitments, each helping build a financial legacy as strong as her cinematic one. Michelle's career spans from Hong Kong action stardom to global Hollywood acclaim, culminating in her historic Oscar win and continued roles in blockbuster franchises and prestige projects. For a look at the career of another rich and famous celebrity, you are welcome to view the next video we have set up for you.